What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Lanzero back with another video, and in today's video we are going to be addressing all the new updates that have come out regarding the Bayonetta 3 controversy. Now, for those of you who are not aware about what's going on with Bayonetta 3, the original voice actor for Bayonetta, Hellena Taylor, came out last week with a slew of videos over on Twitter where she was pretty much accusing Platinum Games of giving her an insulting sum to reprise her role as Bayonetta. Now, in that video, she did state that they offered her a total of $4,000, which was absolutely insane when people heard about it. And when she made those videos, people were absolutely losing their minds. A lot of people were claiming that they were going to cancel their pre-order, and she was asking her fans to also boycott the game, which is a very heavy thing to do. Now, when she initially made that video, of course, there was no word from Platinum Games yet because they don't really have a reason to say anything now, do they? But when you're pushing your fans to go ahead and boycott a game, now that's a big thing. So of course, eventually, some news started to come out that was countering what she said. First came out the Bloomberg report that stated that she was actually offered a total of $15,000, which is a lot more than what she initially stated, which was $4,000. And in that same article, it also stated that that $4,000 that she was referring to was actually for a cameo role, because since she ended up rejecting the original offer, they ended up offering $4,000 instead for her to actually come back and at least do some lines just so you can have a cameo, because guess what? You're the original voice. They really want you to still be in there because you've contributed so much to it. So that's where the 4,000 number came from. Now, there was no confirmation of that either. Again, it was just a report that came out of Bloomberg. A lot of different industry insiders supposedly confirmed it, but that's still not enough, right? But after that article came out, a bunch of other people started going after Hellena Taylor again now, saying that she was a gold digger and all the kinds of things. And following that, Hellena Taylor herself then proceeded to post more on Twitter, where she did in fact confirm some of the things that the Bloomberg article said. Now here's what Hellena Taylor had to say to try and defend herself. She said that she was originally offered $10,000 to reprise her role in Bayonetta 3. And to her, that was a low amount of money. Then she reached back out to Hideki Kamiya, who was the director, to see if there was something that could be worked on. And they came back with a final offer of $15,000. Now, this $15,000 was going to be for about 3 to 5 sessions. And I believe each session was going to be about $3,000 to $4,000, which is not a bad amount. From what I have seen, this is apparently somewhere around an industry standard. And they even went a little more just for her, which was a $15,000, because we were going to go for 10. Now, she apparently did not like that $15,000 sum, and apparently she had asked for an amount of $250,000, either that or royalties in the game, which apparently Platinum said no to, because that's a very high amount, especially in the voice acting community. And then 11 months later, they came back and offered her $4,000 just to come back and do some lines for a cameo, because again, big part of this franchise. But apparently when she heard that, she really didn't appreciate it at all. And that's kind of where all this began. Because again, this was 11 months later. This game has already been well into production. It is almost finished at this point, because they did end up switching the role and gave it to Jennifer Haley, who, mind you, ended up getting a lot of backlash because of what Hellena Taylor said. Because peep this, Hellena Taylor ended up saying that Jennifer Haley would never be the voice of Bayonetta, because technically she did the first 2 voices, so she has no right to say that she is Bayonetta. So that was some very heavy words from her, and apparently a lot of people started attacking Jennifer Haley on her social medias as well. But now, all this to say, Hellena Taylor ended up basically crying wolf. She tried to spark outrage from everyone without even giving people the full context of what was going on. She picked and chose from the story that she had and ran with it, but then she was asking people to boycott the game. That's such a big thing. Like, why would you go that far when technically this was all on you? They gave you an offer, you refused it. They gave the role to somebody else, and now you're bitter about it? I can't wrap my head around why you would do such a thing. And then what makes it even worse is that you made all this story, and were you assuming that nothing else is going to come out of it? There are receipts. There are emails and messages between you and Platinum Games. Even if Platinum doesn't outright post everything out there, there are reporters for that. There are industry insiders for that, who they can leak that information to, and then they come out and state it themselves. So one way or the other, the truth was probably going to come out anyways. So I don't understand what she was thinking when she decided to do all of this. Because now, guess what? You have, for all intents and purposes, potentially tarnished your own reputation as a voice actor. Because I can't imagine how many other companies are going to want to work with you when you just did something like this. You literally attempted to destroy a franchise that you helped build because you couldn't come to an agreement with the financial sum. But all that to say, at the end of the day, the truth has now come to light. Apparently, Hellena Taylor, for all intents and purposes, lied. Or you can say she gave a half-truth, but even then it doesn't feel like a half-truth because she simply took apart from the end and took apart from the beginning and mashed them together. But that's it for the story right now. I don't know if this is going to go any further. At this point, if Platinum wanted, they could honestly potentially pursue a defamation lawsuit because you are attempting to tarnish the image of the company without providing the full context of what was going on. But there's a high chance that that's not going to happen. I hope for her that she is still able to get work, but I hope that she's able to change her ways, because that's not it. It's genuinely not. It's just not the way to go. But I wish her all the best. I wish Jennifer Haley the best as the new voice of Bayonetta, and I hope that the game actually ends up doing well. That is it for this story. I would love to hear about what you guys think about all of this shenanigan that went down in the comment section below. If you're going to be picking up Bayonetta 3, the game is going to be out October 28th, and at that point, we'll get to see how well the game is going to do. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what we do over here, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss one of our videos. That is it for me, everyone. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.